Hey, good morning, Cadre. I'm gonna get right into it. I still gotta make up my lather this morning using the Paladin brush of shame. So since it's a Badger brush, I had to soak the brush while I was in the shower and thus did not get to pre-make the lather. Let's get a little, I don't know how this works, because while you're in the shower, I wash my face like early on, but then it seems like your face stays moisturized through the whole shower. You get out, and even if you're putting water on your face, for me it doesn't seem like it even soaks in or anything. I'll get to what we're using here in a second. Just got the old, what is that, $3.50 brass lather bowl. Your typical. But yeah, I just did a video yesterday. So this soap. So we're using A&E Cafe au lait. This stuff is nice and thick and pasty right now, so should make a good lather. But this shave is being brought to you with the thanks of my thanks to Kyle. Still pretty warm. He goes by UA Cowboy. I think he pronounces it as UA Cowboy. UA Cowboy. On the Shaving Cadre. But I mentioned before, I think he's the ringleader of the whole brewing your own beans at this point. I think it's mostly him and Chris of CBL Soap fame. Got the conversation going. Mr. CBL sent me the green coffee beans, which required me to buy my own roaster and get me set on this path. And I've been struggling because I'm just I don't like when I'm making anything else, bread, meats, anything else. I really don't like it even on the hint of too well done. I don't like that charred kind of taste and stuff. So I think I'm very paranoid about burning the coffee beans, and as a result, haven't been roasting them long enough. So I think I've gotten to, I think it's a little past a blonde roast, but it's not that really rich, deep brown color you should have. And I've done 3 batches of them so far. So I've been chatting and troubleshooting, on the forums with it. So Kyle, we've got the soap sample swap on the forums, which got my razor here. Same as yesterday, round number 2. We'll see if we can pay attention to the pressure today. Anyway, he sent a couple samples to swap out. In addition to the samples, he sent me some beans he had roasted. Oh man, those suckers looked luxurious. Nice, deep, rich color and shiny. I mean, they had you call them coffee oils. I don't know what the name of the oils coming out of coffee beans are, but super shiny. And he had asked if I'd tried it yet a couple days ago, and I get up early and leave for work. Everybody mostly still in bed. Not nearly enough time. Excuse me here. And I eat breakfast after I get to work. I'm just kind of at my desk, so do not have coffee at home during the week. Yesterday we went out. So, this blade, TJ. This blade is nice and smooth today. I don't know if I got the pressure under control. I think that first shave just knocked off whatever. This is nice. Oh yeah. All right. Anyway, see how the rest of the shave goes. Anyway, no, this morning was the first time I've had the coffee, and when I've been roasting my own beans, the few that I've tried, I did the French press. Never did French press before. I've had it at a few restaurants, but that's the like going hog into anything. It's like if you're gonna roast your own beans, you might as well brew it one of the best ways you can and all this. But got a little bit realistic, and that's a little bit more of a pain on a relaxing Sunday morning than I put together. You know, you got the electric tea kettle, you got to heat up the water, you got to get the coffee grinder out of the garage and grind up a couple loads of coffee. You got to get out the French press, do all that, and then you clean it all up. Anyway, yes, it might give you better cup of coffee, but in reality, I'm more likely to brew my own beans if it tastes good without having to do all that. So, the coffee maker, we've got a couple. The main coffee maker we use on the weekends has a big hopper at the top that I think holds about a pound of coffee. And then when you put in the water and hit go, it grinds enough for however many cups you tell it you're making. And then brews it right away. And I thought, let's try it with that, because if I can get better tasting coffee out of that, that's something we would use every weekend. If I can just brew my own, or roast my own beans and throw them into that thing and have them ready to go, that's the best solution. So we emptied the beans that were in it, threw in Kyle's beans, hit go, and I tell you, Kyle, so now, a little history. You know, I've gone with the coffee at the big boys, the Starbucks and the Pete's, and for the most part, it smells burnt to me, regardless of what roast you get. The beans that we normally do use, I've said this before, is we get the blonde roast around Christmas time. I know this is sacrilege, but we buy 2 5-pound bags, I think it is. I don't think they're 10. Anyway, big bags of roasted beans, which I know you're supposed to, for the best quality, you should be using your beans shortly after roasting. Anyway, but it's the best ones that we found. I won't get into long story short, I've never had anything that I drink a full cup of without creamer. I've tried it, you know, at some fancy restaurants and stuff, thinking, oh, their coffee should be good enough that you don't need. I'll get 1 sip in, it'll taste all right. If I sip 2 or 3, I'm like, oh, this is bitter. Whatever the taste is, bitter to me. My uneducated coffee palate. And in goes the cream and the sweetener. And I enjoy it, so it's not like I don't like my coffee that way, but so I've been trying the coffee black when we make it. Kyle, brother. You're on pins and needles, just waiting for my verdict, aren't you? I think you know now. What was I gonna say? And we usually buy like that. The beans we always use are blonde roast. Just thinking that equating strong with bitter, which I'm slowly learning, are 2 different things. So when his beans were that dark, I thought, oh man, I don't know, this might be a little too much. But this is the first coffee that I've drank a full mug of, and this is not a small mug. Look, it's a big, if I hold it close to the camera, it's as big as my head. Without any creamer or sweetener or anything, just out of the pot. So there goes the illusion that a dark roast is super bitter. He used Ethiopian beans, I believe, so I'm going to have to get the lowdown on which beans he used. because then that'll be good. I can start with something I know can taste this good, and then mess with my roasting and stuff and see how that affects it versus not having a clue how coffee roasted the right way with certain beans taste. Maybe I just don't like the beans at all. So here's like, we're setting the baseline. So Kyle, I'm gonna be reaching out to you maybe halfway through the summer. We're pretty busy at the beginning of the summer, but halfway through I'll have to order up some, and then I can start messing around again. And then once I get my roast down to where my coffee tastes like this, then I can mess around with other beans knowing that my roast is good. So that's where we're at. This is a very, I don't know, I'll be very curious what the tasting notes on this are. Hold on, let's see. Because it's not as bright as most other coffees I'm having. It's a little, it's weird. It's not strong, but it doesn't have the bright notes. So like things that might be like red fruit flavors, like cranberries and stuff like that, it doesn't have that. It's got darker. So maybe like, if it's fruit, because it's weird, it's not also like nuts have like a kind of a top note kind of, and it's not that. So it's like if you, it's almost like what would like the most mellow nut be? Or it's like an almond if you took off the sharp flavors of an almond. I don't know. And if it was fruit, it'd be like dark, very ripe fruits. I'm thinking like maybe a plum. All right, TJ, I thought I was doing better this shave. It seemed a lot smoother while I was shaving, but I'm lit up a bit all over. Not terrible. Don't worry, I'll be okay. But a little bit close. It's a little close that I think tomorrow we're gonna need a nice mellow DE shave. Go with that super speed that Rich sent me, or just the Rockwell 6S. That gives you a nice shave. It's not too close. I gotta remember, I didn't do it on video, I should have, but the 6S I've been using on plate 3 for forever. I thought I was dialed in at that, and then I just thought that I'm getting like no alum sting at all. Wondering if I can get a little bit closer BBS and switched it over to plate 4 and forgot about it. I did it before I got in the shower. By the time I got out of the shower, I'd forgotten I swapped it out and just shaved away, and it was fine. So that's cool. All right, so anyway, I think we got a good plan now. Found out there is coffee that I enjoy, that I can drink black. This is good stuff, man. We talked about the differences, I think, on the forums about making it sweet. There's lemon and creamer, and making it just something that you're gonna suck down. I talked about it on a video. Suck down with breakfast. This is not bitter at all to me. Tastes good, but you're not gonna be taking big chugs of this stuff. It is still just, you know, more like wine. Where anyway, I think you know what I'm saying. So anyway, that was cool. Great experience for me. So I say that's an awesome plan. I know what it tastes like. Hopefully I can get the same beans and it gives me a place to work from. So Dave in Kentucky messing with me about my shout out to get a little man in a boat here. You know what, Dave? That's all right, brother. Someday I'll get me a little man in my boat, in my 2-in-1, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna say, where can I get me a little man in my boat? for my nephew, 2-1. Anyway, I know some of you, this is not a weekend. Some of it's the beginning of your week, all that stuff. Whatever, tomorrow's Monday. For me, one more day to go. Just working around the house, nothing big. Warriors, game 2. Ooh, NBA Finals. What a disappointment game 1 was. Whatever. I know not everybody likes the Warriors. Some people are like, give the other guy a chance. Warriors are winning too much. What have you. I'm a fair weather fan, whatever the sport is. I like to watch when they're winning or where they're playing well, whether it be that or football or whatever. When they're not playing well, it's just not fun for me to watch. It's not like I know these people. You know, it's not like, you know, you're a fan of whatever team because they're in the city you're in. It's not like those guys grew up there, right? They went to whatever high school, whatever college, got paid to come there, and all of a sudden they're your team. I know, it's fun to have a team, be part of a group and all that stuff, but I got no loyalties. I'm not afraid to admit it. Anyway, fun to watch them. Hope they do better today. See you on the forums.